After Grandmaster D.Rey's Dondozo basically turned us into Captain Ahab last week, your Atlanta Talonflames are 1-1 in the SPL D League and our differential is back down to 0, meaning it's time for a fresh start again. As usual, our goal is to represent the Hawlucha House Party and making the SPL D League playoffs, so it's time to regain our composure. And our next opponent is StandardVR, coach of the Kansas City Kyurem and a part of Cal's Take Heart Foundation, meaning that after this week, we've played every other Honcho division at least once. And Standard's team is pretty scary, with threats such as an Enamorous Incarnate which can run away with its fairy moves and coverage, a Pecharunt, one of the bulkiest Pokemon in the game with a crazy signature ability, a Mew which can learn every single move in the game, some good bulk in Vaporeon, while also having priority with Scizor, Raging Bolt, and Hitmontop, a Roaring Moon which is very scary after a Photosynthesis boost, and 2 Terra Captains, a Shaman with access to good recovery in Leech Seed and big damage in Seed Flare, and a Rhyperior whose access to Stealth Rock and Solid Rock ability can make it tough to knock out in one hit. So we need to change up our strategy this week in order to regain a victory in the SPL D League. And we're going to start it off with Baxcalibur. Baxcalibur is making a comeback this week after a rough debut. He's rocking the loaded dice this week with Scale Shot, as it's a great move to handle Roaring Moon even through Intimidate. And if I get 4 hits, Ice Shard is a great move to KO Roaring Moon after 4 loaded dice hits. Earthquake is good coverage and helps with Raging Bolt and Scizor, and Swords Dance is there to negate a Hitmontop Intimidate. My EVs are designed to make Baxcalibur just faster than a max speed Jolly Roaring Moon, and the bulk can live a Scizor Bullet Punch from full HP. Our next returning mon is going to be our Zapdos, who's rocking the Quiet Nature this week to get the slow pivot move of Volt Switch or U-Turn out on Standard side. Thunderbolt with a Quiet Nature is still enough to KO Enamorous Incarnate from full with investment, and U-Turn is our preferred pivot move so as to not be pinned down by Rhyperior through either the type immunity or Lightning Rod. My last 2 moves are Roost to keep Zapdos alive, and Thunder Wave is there to paralyze a fast threat like Roaring Moon if he doesn't get paralyzed by Zapdos' static ability. Now we have 2 debuting Mons this week, and first off the bench, we have one of our 2 Terra Captains. Delphox is making an appearance in this battle. I wrestled through 2 sets with Delphox as it had a really good matchup against Standard's team, and ultimately we settled on the Expert Belt strategy. Fire Blast is our answer to Scizor, as that move fries it out of the game, and it has good rolls to 2-hit KO a Mew set. Dazzling Gleam and Psychic are there for Hitmontop, and Dazzling Gleam with our Expert Belt item always KOs Roaring Moon. And our last move is Agility this week, to always be faster than anything on his team other than priority moves. Delphox's Terra type this week is Fairy, not only to boost the power of Dazzling Gleam, but to really ensure a boosted Roaring Moon with HP or special defense investment will fall in one hit. Terastallizing Delphox is not the major play this week. It's mostly a break glass in case of emergency Terastallization. But our second debuting mon of the season is our little bee Rabombi. And given how successful it also looks against Standard, it's probably going to be our lead in this battle. Sticky Webs are helpful for speed control against Standard, especially if Hitmontop is removed. U-Turn is our preferred pivot move. Moonblast is reliable damage into everything outside of Scizor, and Grass Knot does major damage into Rhyperior if it's not Terastallized. Standard set on Rabombi, max EVs, not changing anything up, we're going with that. Our next mon for this week is the big round 1 pick of Great Tusk, and it's mostly here as a niche Enamorous check. Now, normally, you don't want to put a fighting type in front of a fairy type, especially one with such high special attack as Enamorous and such low special defense as Great Tusk. However, With Great Tusk holding the Roselli Berry as its held item, plus our EV spread, Enamorus can never KO with Moonblast through the berry unless it's a critical hit, and then I rebound for the KO with Heavy Slam. It's a worthwhile 1-for-1 trade, but if Enamorus doesn't come, the Roselli Berry helps if Rhyperior or Shaman opt to be Fairy Terra this week. Headlong Rush and Close Combat are our stab moves of choice, and Rapid Spin is there for any hazard set by Mew or Hitmontop, and after a spin, Tusk outspeeds a max speed Jolly Roaring Moon and can KO with Close Combat. And our last mon for this week is our other Terra Captain, Hydreigon, and it's rocking the Steel Terra for this week. We're opting for a more defensive build this week alongside the Steel Terra, packing a Substitute Nasty Plot set, which is incredible resiliency if I can time the Substitute right. Draco Meteor is a reliable KO into Roaring Moon, and Flash Cannon is our steel move to handle Enamorus. My EV spread this week allows Hydreigon to live 3 Mystical Fires from Scarf Enamorus, and I'm opting for just enough special attack investment to make Draco Meteor and Flash Cannon immediate knockouts after a Nasty Plot. So that's going to be our team for week 3 of the SPL D League. After losing last week, the rebound is what can make or break this season. Standard is a really good coach, and if you want to see more draft content from me and Standard, then consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. My current goal on this channel is to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is only possible with your support. And also check out Standard's side of the battle. I've never battled him before, but from what I've gathered, he's a seasoned veteran and he has really strong battling styles. Lastly, I have to shout out the squad who helped me build the team for week 3. Shuckle King, SPL owner and house party honcho, my fellow coaches in the party of Dietite and Kaz and Shiro, Sharpie Plays, Bread, and Cypher, and Amaterasu. With that, let's get into our week 3 battle. Alright guys, we are here for week 3 of the SPL D League. You are going to see that I am in a different location than I normally am because I am currently on a vacation with my brother. So I have a laptop, I have my old microphone, and I have a lot of things to worry about. There's a Scizor, there's a Mew, and there's a Roaring Moon. So right off the rip, there's no Shaman, there's no Pecharunt, there's no Raging Bull, no Shaman, no Pecharunt, and there's something else I'm forgetting here. Honestly, I still feel like I think I want to lead Rabombi here. Because we did have some mocks and everything, and I kind of felt okay with Great Tusk as a lead, but that was if what was it that was brought in that mock? Oh, Rhyperior turn 1. He leads with Mew. Okay, and its nickname is, what was that nickname? Sapientio? Okay. Also, its ability is Synchronize, because it is a Mew, and honestly, I couldn't even tell you guys what a Mew's secondary ability is, but I just want a U-turn here. What was that move? Dual Wing... It was Scarf Dual Wing Beat. Dual Wing Beat. Okay. Already we're in a bad spot. Already in a bad spot here. Scarf Dual Wing Beat. Definitely did not see that one coming. I can't really go into you. Well, actually, Actually, I could. Ugh. And Scarf Dual Wing Beat. That's really good, man. I mean, I could go into you. I definitely could go into Delphox here. I kind of like that play. I kind of like going into Delphox here. Scarf Dual Wing. Also, I think he had a crit on that as well, so that's also what sucks, is that he got a crit on Dual Wing Beat. We know he's Choice Scarf. We know that. So I kind of want to Agility here. Suddenly, that weakness policy set looks really good. And Dual Wing Beat won't do much to Delphox here. But if I can get the agility up, then I know I'm faster than the Roaring Moon. Ugh. Yeah, Scarf Mew with Dual Wing Beat. I mean, Mew was the wild card because it could literally learn everything. So that's where I had the issue here. Alright, but he withdraws. He goes into Bellator. That is Roaring Moon. Okay, Roaring Moon. Get the agility off. Okay. And now we just go for Dazzling Gleam here because I am definitely faster than Roaring Moon. We prepped for every Roaring Moon up to max speed Jolly. So I am faster after the agility here, and this Dazzling Gleam will definitely OHKO the Roaring Moon. Because of the Expert Belt, boosting the power of it. So, I mean, unless he's Roselli Berry, that could be an issue here. I don't think he's Roselli Berry. I don't see why he would bring this out here unless it was a setup mon. Because again, at +1, I'm always faster at +2. Okay, he switches out. He's trying to scout. Ferrum is Scizor. Okay, we revealed Dazzling Gleam. Good damage into Scizor on a crit. I mean, I gotta risk the Fire Blast here. He is just trying to scout my moves. Sapientia, that's Mew. How much is Fire Blast going to do to you? It's going to do... Oh, just under 50%. Kind of want to go for it again. Here, just get damage. The goal here right now is just to get damage. I mean, the fact that it did just under 50%, he's got some HP in his Mew. Now again, he could also go in. No, okay, so he hit the Fire Blast. Oh, so close. And he goes U-turn. Okay, so U-turn. Probably Vaporeon comes in if I had to guess. If I had to guess, it's Vaporeon that comes in here now. Yeah, I mean, not having Fire Blast definitely. Unda, that is, yep, that's Vaporeon. Unda, definitely gonna be Water Absorb. Now the real question is whether or not he has Flip Turn. That's the real question here, is whether or not he has Flip Turn. So I have Delphox out against Vaporeon.
I'm at 206. Psychic does 31 to 37. Do I call the flip turn here? I kind of want to call the flip turn here. I think I will. I mean, I probably got a min roll into a max roll also on the Mew, so I didn't get the favorable positioning there. Calm Mind. Okay, it's Calm Mind. Calm Mind. And technically I have you. You're really not looking good anymore. You're still kind of good. I'm thinking Thunderbolt is just a play here. I mean, if he has Rhyperior and he goes Rhyperior now. He goes Rhyperior now. Okay, no, we hit the Thunderbolt. Good damage. Wish. And he's left. Calm Mind, Wish. I think I just want a U-turn here. Just get chip. I mean, I could have stayed in and just Thunderbolted. You probably Calm Minds or something. But in all fairness, if I bring you out, because now, and he gets the Calm Mind off again. He's at +2 now. I could go for the Scale Shot play now. Just make sure that I'm faster than everything. How much is Baxcalibur going to do to Vaporeon? I do Baxcalibur and I get it to +2. I would need 5 hits with Scale Shot to KO. I honestly think that's the play. I have to get the Swords Dance up here. He has Scald. I can't be burned. Although, in fairness, I could. I mean, what if I'm on +4 on Vaporeon? +4, I would always KO with Scale Shot on 4 hits. I think that's a fair trade. Just get the Swords Dance up again. I'll take more Scald damage. I feel like that's worth it. 166. But now if I get the Scale Shot up, now see, what will suck is that I'm going to be weak to Bullet Punch. And Mach Punch if it's on the Hitmontop here. But at +4, Scale Shot, okay, and he's Protect. Alright, so he was scouting for Scale Shot there. He was scouting for Scale Shot. Now, if I had gone to +6, would Earthquake have done enough? Oh, I could have gotten to +6, and then Earthquake would have been a one-shot, but then I wouldn't have... Well, but then I still would have been able to pick off Mew with Ice Shard. I still think the Scale Shot play is worth it. Get the 4 hits. Or get 3 because of the crit. Alright, so Vaporeon goes down there. I could... Now, see, I wanted to scout. Now again, if he brings out Scizor here, we'll just do OU Swords Dance. Bullet Punch will KO. I'm at +4. Now again, I could scout for the Bullet Punch here. I could scout. Definitely could scout here. Because now that Scizor, or now that Vaporeon's gone, that's a big threat removed. Conversely, he could go for U-turn, calling me to switch out here, respecting the Bullet Punch play. And I think I still need that priority around. So what I think I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go into Grayskull. I'm gonna try and hope that I get this play correct. Alright, so we bring in Grayskull. We're respecting the Bullet Punch play. He U-turned, and that was a crit. I should have just attacked. But okay, but I do get the para, so that's good. I do get the para, so Scizor is kind of crippled for the remainder of this battle. The real question is what comes out. Torn... Yeah, that's Rhyperior. Tornitris Rex. And again, I don't know if it's Lightning Rod. I don't know if it's Solid Rock. Losing you now kind of sucks. It really does. But I'm just gonna U-turn here. I'm gonna scout. All right, so U-turn comes out, does some decent damage. I don't know how much I'm gonna take from any attacker, but with the Roselli Berry, I can bait him. Rock Polish. It was Rock Polish. Okay. So he's Rock Polish. I'm Great Tusk. Right, Superior. So he's at +2. He probably prepped for like Rabombi, so if I can actually get a +1 here with Rapid Spin, I'm doing good damage afterwards. But then again, I mean, he would have to, if I remember correctly, 372. If he's well, I don't have much time. I don't have much time to calc this. I'm just gonna go for the headlong play. Okay, I think he's Lightning Rod. And he was Weakness Policy. But on the plus side here, that's what Baxcalibur is for. And if he Fairy Terras on Rhyperior here, Rhyperior Fairy Terras. I mean, the fact that I did that much damage with what's it called? Headlong Rush makes you think this doesn't have much HP investment, so I sure probably could pick up after. And also, I mean, I'm -1. He's now +2. I don't think the Roselli Berry would help me out here. But I can risk it. Yeah, okay, so he was Polish, EQ, Weakness Policy. So now if I go into Cactus Juice here, depending on his... I mean, he could have defense too, and he could live this. He could live this. But it's honestly, my only play right now is to go for that Prio Ice Shard and hope I get the KO. If he Fairy Terras here, then that's going to be the play. And then I just have to... I'll have to play around it. Nope. He gives me Rhyperior. Okay. He gives me Rhyperior. Alright, so we get rid of Rhyperior. He can't Terrastalize for the rest of the battle here. That's actually really big for us. That he can't Terrastalize. He does still have that Roaring Moon, which is a threat. It is a threat. Celeratops is the Hitmontop. Okay, and it's Intimidate. I'm going to bring in Grayskull here. If he goes U-turn, he goes U-turn. Just the way it is. He could be Triple Axle too. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, which would be unfortunate. No, I just went CC. Lower defense. Lower special defense. Eject Pack. CC, Intimidate, Eject Pack. Very interesting. Still think my play here is I'm going to have to... I mean, if he goes into Roaring Moon here, I have to go for Thunder Wave here. If he goes Roaring Moon here, I have to Thunder Wave. That is the play. Bellator is the Roaring Moon. Proto. Now he could be Lumberry. Very well could be Lumberry here. I think it's a play I have to make. Or he just goes, ooh, I could have roosted. Alright, so well actually if he goes into Hitmontop here and I paralyze it, that's also good because then I can Sapientia is the Mew. Okay, this is actually good too. By paralyzing you, now I can roost. I actually like that play for him. Because it doesn't affect me. And now I can get a roost off here. And I can make sure that I have some HP in the back. So I get roost off here. And he gets rocks up. Okay. He did have rocks. That's fine. That is fine. Okay. Based on his team now... I mean, I could Thunderbolt here, which I think is the safe play, just to bait out, like, Hitmon or something. I don't want to go U-turn here. I don't want to U-turn just yet. I want to try to make sure that the Roaring Moon can be paralyzed. That's my reasoning right now, is I want that Roaring Moon to get paralyzed. So I think just going for Thunderbolt here and knocking out Mew. Just make sure Mew is gone. I think that was the right play. Again, I could have roosted again, got back to full HP, which probably would have been smarter too now that I think about it, because he was locked in a rock. Yeah, because now he brings out Roaring Moon. We're going for the Thunder Wave play again. Alright, so I think... I mean, if we can paralyze this, then we're in a real good position. Outrage. And he gets a crit. Because of course he does. However, now I can bring you in. The sad part is now I'm kind of forced to Terra you. I'm kind of forced to Terra you now. Oh, I should have went Hydra there. I should have went Hydra. Definitely should have went Hydra here. But at the same time, I could get the agility up here. I think I have to do this. Oh. That crit on Outrage. Now again, Outrage probably would have KO'd no matter what. On Zapdos. I mean, the crit probably mattered. 83 to 98. Would have been close, because... But now it's like, do I call him? Do I call the switch? Because... now he knows I'm Fairy Tera, but he could very easily bring Scizor out here. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Fire Blast, but I'm going to call the switch. Solaritas, that's the Hitmon in theory. Alright, 50%. I think I gotta go for the Gleam here. Knock out Hitmon. He brings out Scizor and goes for something like Bullet Punch. Which again is unfortunate. Because now I don't have... Yeah, in comes Scizor here. Now, ooh, he's parried. That could help me. Okay, wait a minute. That actually could help me. If I get a full para at any point, that's what also could help me here. And that's what's going to get me here is I need a full para. If I get a full para, then I win if I hit. That's like the ultimate thing here is I'm thinking, can I get the full para? I don't get the full para. Don't get the full para. Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. And now by me not having Terra on you, you have U-turn. Crap. Yeah, me tearing you, I think that was the issue there. Now, if I could get a sub up here, that'd be great. Okay, he stayed para. That's good, because now we get the sub up here. That also means that he went for Bullet Punch. It did mean he put in Bullet Punch there. Also, ooh, he could be banded. Ooh, he could be banded. see how much this does to me. 253. I mean, naturally, it's going to fade the sub. Get the nasty plot off here. Bullet Punch, 48 to 56. It's like, gets the Bullet Punch off here. Down to 87. Oh! I didn't have enough HP! Oh no! I should just attack. Well, I mean, I was risking the full para there. Now I gotta get a full para again, I guess. Okay, I should have subbed there. Should have subbed there. Now it just comes down to what the Roaring Moon is. But the Roaring Moon is definitely going to be faster than me because you saw how much it did. The only way that I win this is if his Roaring Moon no. There's no way. It's impossible. Yeah, I needed that sub in the back. I needed that sub in the back, man. I needed that sub. And then I would have won. I mean, if I get a crit with Ice Shard, nope. Nope, there's no way. Yeah, I did 50%. Crap. Oh, well. Oh. I definitely could have played that better, man. I definitely could have played that better. I had the opportunities there. The Scizor kind of was tough. I feel like it might have been choice banded now that I think about it. But getting the paras there, if I would have subbed up and got another full para, I would have won sight unseen. Because I would have won with 2 Dracos right there. But I had to Terra Fairy to get around the Roaring Moon, which was Outrage. It is. And the prep was good. The prep was good. We had a good match. We definitely had a good match. Yeah, I mean, also losing Rabombi sucked in that early game because I was trying to go for U-turn there. I don't know if Mew would have KO'd without that crit. It probably wouldn't have because it was Scarf. So there definitely was that to go around, and yeah, I guess that's how it's gonna be. We're gonna fall to 1 and 2, guys. Unfortunately, I mean, it was a 1-0, so definitely a lot closer. Man. It is what it is, guys. But we'll get back at it for week 4, guys. We got to bounce back, and we're gonna bounce back. So I will see you guys next week for week 4.